define my leadership voice as a combination of unwavering clarity, transparent communication, and grounded optimism. My background as a classroom teacher shaped that voice, reinforcing the importance of being present, staying steady under pressure, and consistently modeling the expectations I set for others. I believe a leader must speak from a foundation of experience and principle. A clear, consistent leadership voice is absolutely foundational to credibility. Credibility is the community's earned belief in your consistency, competence, and positive intent. When your decisions, communications, and actions consistently align with your stated values, reflecting the voice you project, people know exactly what to expect from you. This predictability fosters confidence. For instance, if my voice is clear about prioritizing student safety, every action, from budget allocation to staff training, must visibly support that priority. This alignment builds trust and confidence, especially during times of necessary uncertainty or major change. Credibility is not granted. It is built incrementally through repeated, positive, and principled behaviors. My experience across these areas have been crucial in demonstrating this reliability. Budgeting taught me the critical importance of transparency. When people understand how decisions are made, how public funds are managed, and how resources are directly supporting specific student needs, trust grows exponentially because the process is demystified. Policy implementation reinforced the absolute necessity of consistency. Staff and families constantly watch whether a leader applies rules and expectations fairly and follows through on commitments without exception. Inconsistency rapidly erodes credibility. Community engagement adds the vital relational dimension. Leaders who practice truly listening, not just waiting to speak, to staff and families, and who take time to integrate that feedback, communicate respect and humility. These qualities are essential ingredients for building deep, enduring trustworthiness. These experiences together have shaped how others perceive my credibility as something grounded in intellectual clarity, operational steadiness, and an unwavering commitment to doing what is ethically and instructionally best for students. Communicating difficult decisions requires a blend of honesty, clarity, and genuine empathy for the people affected. I approach these conversations directly and professionally. I always begin by presenting the issue clearly, explaining the operational constraints, and detailing the rigorous, objective reasoning without minimizing the challenge or the negative impact on individuals. The key is to walk people through the decision-making process. What data was used? What criteria guided the decision? How were student needs ultimately prioritized? Even when people strongly disagree with the outcome, understanding the objective, principled rationale helps sustain trust because they can see the decision wasn't arbitrary. Following the initial communication, I prioritize empathetic listening, providing sufficient space and time for students and families to ask questions, process the information, and share their concerns. Handled with clarity and a willingness to sincerely hear feedback, difficult decisions can paradoxically strengthen credibility by demonstrating integrity, respect for the process, and personal courage in leadership. The advice I would give centers on three core concepts: values, reliability, and humility. First, a strong leadership voice must begin with clear, articulated core values. Authenticity is paramount. People instantly trust leaders whose public communications genuinely reflect who they are and what they believe. Never use a borrowed voice. Secondly, reliability matters most. A credible voice stays grounded in those core principles even as circumstances shift or external pressures mount. That steadiness, the absence of panicked, reactive communication, provides a sense of stability that inspires tremendous confidence across the school community. And third, listening strengthens influence. Leaders who prioritize listening well and genuinely integrate the stakeholder feedback into their decisions build stronger relationships and greater influence than those who merely speak or issue directives. Finally, humility plays an essential role in long-term credibility. The willingness to publicly admit a mistake, seek counsel, or adjust a course of action based on new information builds trust more effectively than trying to appear flawless. When a leadership voice is authentic, reliable, and aligned with visible action, it becomes the most powerful source of stability and confidence a school community can have.